A millionaire's health was failing, but only after eating the meals his wife cooked for him. Doctors had no answers, until the maid uncovered a dark secret that turned love into betrayal, and loyalty into salvation. Richard Davis was the kind of man everyone envied. A self-made millionaire, owner of multiple companies, and married to Clara, a woman who seemed to embody beauty, charm, and grace. To outsiders, their life was perfect. Lavish parties, expensive vacations, smiles for the cameras. But behind closed doors, Richard suffered. After every meal Clara prepared, he grew weaker, headaches, stomach pain, trembling hands. Clara always looked concerned, holding him close. "Darling, you're working too hard. It must be stress." But deep down, Richard knew something wasn't right. Hospital visits became routine. Specialists ran tests, blood work, scans, endless questions. Yet every report came back clean. "Mr. Davis," one doctor said gently, "your body is fine. This could be exhaustion or stress. Try to rest more." Richard forced a smile, but his eyes carried doubt. Stress couldn't explain why he always felt fine at lunch meetings, and sick only after Clara's dinners. Grace, the family maid, had been with Richard's household for years. She noticed details others ignored. When she prepared Richard's breakfast, he felt strong. When he ate meals cooked by Clara, he always grew ill. Grace's heart tightened with suspicion, but fear kept her silent. Clara was her employer, glamorous and powerful. Who would believe a maid's word against hers? Still, Grace watched closely. One evening, Richard skipped dinner, saying he wasn't hungry. Clara looked annoyed but smiled sweetly. Later that night, Grace went to tidy the kitchen. There, she froze. Clara stood at the counter, carefully sprinkling a white powder into Richard's soup bowl. She stirred it slowly, glancing around nervously before leaving. Grace's hands trembled. Her suspicions were true. That night, Grace lay awake. If she spoke up, Clara might fire her, accuse her of lying, or worse. But if she stayed silent, Richard's life was in danger. Tears rolled down her face. She prayed for courage, because she knew the truth had to come out. The next evening, Grace devised a plan. She secretly replaced Clara's poisoned soup with her own freshly cooked one, hiding Clara's original dish in the pantry. Richard ate Grace's version and, for the first time in weeks, smiled. "Strange. I feel fine tonight." Clara's eyes narrowed. She forced a laugh. "Maybe your stress is finally easing, darling." But inside, panic flickered. That's when Grace stepped forward, holding up the hidden soup. Her voice shook. "Sir, I need to tell you something. This is what your wife tried to serve you. I saw her adding this powder last night." Richard's hands trembled as he sniffed the soup. A bitter chemical scent hit his nose. He looked at Clara in disbelief. "Clara, what is this? Why would you do this to me?" Clara's sweet facade crumbled. Her voice turned sharp, cold. "Because I'm tired of waiting, Richard. Your fortune, your empire, it should be mine already. You're too careful, too slow. If you were gone, everything would be mine. I wouldn't have to wait another year." Richard staggered back, his heart breaking. Security was called. Clara's protests turned to rage. She screamed at Richard, cursed Grace, and fought as guards escorted her out. Within days, lawyers finalized the separation. Clara's glamorous image collapsed. The media, once enchanted by her, now tore her reputation apart. But for Richard, the pain was deeper than the headlines. His wife, the woman he had trusted, had been slowly trying to end his life. Richard turned to Grace, eyes filled with gratitude. "You saved me. Not just my health, but my life. From now on, you're not just my maid. You're family." He made sure Grace was honored, protected, and given a future far brighter than the shadows she had lived in. Grace wept softly. "I only did what was right, sir." But Richard knew, in a world full of betrayal, Grace's loyalty was priceless. Betrayal often comes dressed as love, but true loyalty hides in the quiet hearts we overlook. Never ignore the people who stand by you in silence, because one day, they may be the only ones who save you. So tell me, would you have believed Grace if you were in Richard's place? Or would you have doubted her like so many would? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more emotional stories with shocking twists.